Beloved within the Seventh-day Adventist Church, this is a message of casting all your care upon Jesus. Cast your burdens upon Jesus. Scripture is taken from 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Who is that? Your elder brother. Your elder brother is Jesus Christ, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. They smote the shepherd and the sheep fled. Look over here at 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12 and 13. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as you are partakers of Christ's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Christ, happy are ye, for the Spirit of glory and of God resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glory God on this behalf. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first begin at us, what shall then be of them that obey not the gospel of God? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Wherefore let him that suffer according to the will of God commit the keeping of his soul to him in well-doing, as also unto a faithful Creator. Now, beloved, in the Adventist Church, when you decide to go up against women's ordination, Sunday sacredness, which is Sunday surge, new theology, which is once saved, never lost theology, or Calvinism, no victory over sin, the atonement into the cross. When you go up against these things, the ecumenical movement and the interfaith prayer vigils are doing in the South Central Conference prayer ministry over the Oakwood Church this July 14th. When you go up against these things and you're a member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, beloved, you're going to suffer estrangement from family members. You're going to suffer persecution from church members. But don't you see what you bear on the cross? Christ says, if any man be my disciple, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. The Bible says, and fear not them that can kill the body, but fear him who after killing the body can destroy both soul and body in hellfire. Now, beloved, look at what the book of Desire of Ages, page 329 says about bringing your burden to Jesus in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. The elder brother of our race is by the eternal throne. He looks upon every soul who is turning his face toward him as the Savior. He knows by experience what are the weaknesses of humanity, what are our wants, and where lies the strength of our temptations. For he was in all points tempted like we are, yet without sin. He is watching over you, trembling child of God. Are you tempted? He will deliver. Are you weak? He will strengthen. Are you ignorant? He will enlighten. Are you wounded? He will heal. Come unto me is his invitation. Whatever your anxieties and trials, spread out your case before the Lord. Your spirit will be braced for endurance. The way will be open for you to disentangle yourself from embarrassment and difficulty. The weaker and more helpless you know yourself to be, the stronger will you become in his strength. The heavier your burdens, the more blessed the rest in casting them upon the burden bearer. The rest that Christ offers depends upon conditions, but these conditions are plainly specified. They are those who which all can comply. He tells us just how his rest is to be found. Now look at me, brothers and sisters in the Adventist Church. I just finished a certificate in church leadership at Oakwood University. That's an AA degree or an AS degree, an associate in science or associate arts degree in church leadership from Oakwood University, which qualifies me to serve as a licensed pastor in the Adventist Church. A conference president called me before I graduated and told me he wants to give me a job in my skill set after I graduate from my degree, and is waiting on me to have my degree. Once I had my degree and I told him I was against women's ordination, Sunday surge, new theology, and women teaching Sabbath school to grown men, And at the ecumenical movement, he said, Lucius, I cannot hire you because you don't want to pastor the Seventh-day Adventist Church in a Seventh-day Adventist context, because our Seventh-day Adventist General Conference endorses female commissioning to ministry. It endorses women teaching Sabbath school. It endorses all these things. And so because you're against these things, I can't hire you, Lucius. And beloved in the Adventist Church, should I change my position to get hired by this conference president? No. I should not change to please man, to get picked up by man, to be flattered by man. I should have a firm, unyielding stand for truth. When you stand for something, beloved in the Adventist Church, you're going to get persecuted. But that's why Jesus again says in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Jesus was despised and rejected amid a man of sorrows and came with grief. He could not work with the Sanhedrin of his day. They persecuted him. They called him a bastard. They said he was born out of wedlock. They put him on a cross. John the Baptist, they killed John the Baptist and cut his head off. And his father was a priest of the temple, Zacharias. So his father was a part of the priesthood, but John the Baptist could not serve as a part of the priesthood because of what he taught. He gave a straight testimony of his day, beloved. When you stand for a straight testimony, you're going to find out about the leadership in the Seventh-day Adventist Church who are teaching these apostasies. According to what the video I showed you a couple days ago from Zechariah chapter 6. Zechariah chapter 6 talks about these apostate leaders in the Adventist Church that are persecuting the lay workers that want to serve in the ministry, even those who have gone through our schools and gotten education in ministry to service ministers. Zechariah 6:6 says, this it says, the black horses which are therein go forth into the north country, and the white go after them, and the grizzled go forth toward the south country. What is the south country? It's evolution. It's sodomy. It's Egypt. That's the south country. That's where the grizzled horses go. And inside of their chariot are the lay workers. They're trying to bring the lay workers into the abominations of sodomy and atheism. Like Pharaoh said, I know not Jehovah, neither will I let Israel go. Or sodomy, like in Lot, some of the ones that sodomize those angels and commit sexual action on those male angels, beloved in the Adventist Church. And the north country is where the black and the white horses go. The white horses are going forth conquering and conquer with the gospel. They're going up to heaven with the black horses through evangelism. So, beloved in the Adventist Church, be encouraged. And I'm encouraged to encourage you. A young lady called me tonight telling me she was stressed over how her family was treating her, how so-called friends are treating her, that they're mistreating her, that they're considering everything she says is wrong, considering her to be mistreating them, putting them down when she's not. Beloved, we need to develop a hard shell, a tough shell in these last days. Even when mistreated by our brethren, we need to show them love and kindness. Keep a silent mouth. When Christ was abused and mistreated men, he opened not his mouth. So, beloved, do this and pray for your brothers. Pray for your enemies. Love your enemies. And know that we should think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which to try us, as though some strange thing happened to us. Cast all your cares upon Jesus and resist temptation. Flee youthful lust which war against the soul. God bless you. Maranatha, beloved.